Hello, I'm David Drake and I live in Southwark in Dulwich Village. I'm going to tell you about an illness I had in January this year, 2016, when I became unwell late on Friday night with a high fever. All day Saturday I had symptoms of flu with fever and muscle ache, which I thought was odd because I'd had the flu immunisation last October. On the Sunday, 5 o'clock in the evening, my left foot became painful, red and swollen, and this reminded me of an illness I'd had 12 years ago with cellulitis of the left foot. And on that occasion, I had needed 6 days in hospital for intravenous antibiotics. My wife Linda phoned CellDoc and explained the situation, and they suggested that we call for an ambulance to take me to the A&E at King's College Hospital. When we spoke to the ambulance, they explained that they were having a busy evening, but they would hope to be with me within about 1 to 2 hours. After 2 hours, we phoned them again, and they said it was still incredibly busy, and in fact my son, who had a car, drove me to the A&E department at King's College Hospital. We arrived about 9 o'clock in the evening. There I was seen by a clinical nurse practitioner, a man called Clyde, who was extremely efficient. He assessed my illness, arranged for some blood tests and a chest x-ray, and within 3 hours he had all the results of the investigations. These showed that I had a serious infection which was going to require intravenous antibiotics, and these were started while I was in the A&E department. He arranged for me to be admitted to the acute medical unit, which is a ward associated with the A&E department for short stay observation and treatment. On arrival on the ward, I was given pain relief because the foot was getting quite painful, and they continued the observations and at 6-hourly intervals intravenous antibiotics. Because of the nature of the ward, with many patients being admitted, sleep was not one of the options really during that night. The next morning, the consultant came on his ward round and explained to me that he would contact the hospital at home team, who could come and visit me at home and continue the intravenous antibiotics on a once daily basis. This sounded like a wonderful option compared with staying in a noisy ward. I was impressed that by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the medications had all been delivered from the pharmacy department, and I was told I was ready to go home. My wife came to collect me. The following day I had a phone call from the hospital at home team, and they arranged a time to come and visit me, where they were able to continue my observations and give me the intravenous antibiotics. By Friday, they were so pleased with my progress, and I was happy that everything was going well. I was able to then take antibiotics by mouth, and it was not necessary for the nurse to come and visit me again after that time.
Okay, and how would you round up your overall experience?
Well, I can compare this episode with 12 years ago when I spent 6 days in the hospital, and it was very preferable to be in a home environment, knowing that I was going to get the treatment, knowing that I'd see a qualified nurse every day for observation and assessment, but also to have the comfort of my own home around.
Thank you.